Have you ever had embarrassing gut issues? Oh, I have. Ugh. And it can be really frustrating, especially if you've tried a bunch of things and they just don't seem to work. Hi, I'm JT, Jared Taylor. I'm a certified health coach and I specialize in longevity. Today we're going to talk briefly about probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics, and then I'm going to share with you a possible solution for embarrassing gut issues. And speaking of embarrassing gut issues, unfortunately, I have quite a bit of experience with that. And if you have too, well, you're not alone. According to the AGA, in 2022, nearly 40% of Americans stopped regular routine activities due to uncomfortable bowel symptoms. These were activities like exercise, running errands, and even spending time with family and friends. And people don't like to talk about it. 1 in 3 say they would only discuss their symptoms, their bowel symptoms, if the doctor brought it up first. I totally get that. I mean, who wants to talk about weird, uncomfortable gas and poop issues? It can be incredibly embarrassing. And yet, 60 to 70 million Americans are suffering from gastrointestinal diseases that can create serious disruptions in daily life. And that's just people in the US. One study in 2019 showed that cases of digestive diseases across the world were 443.5 million. That's nearly 500 million. In recent years, there's been a lot of talk about the gut microbiome. You have somewhere between 10 and 100 trillion microbial cells in your body, and most of those are bacteria in your gut. Now, to put this into perspective, NASA estimates that our Milky Way galaxy has approximately 100 billion stars. Even at the lower estimate of 10 trillion, the amount of bacteria in your gut outnumbers the amount of stars in our galaxy by 9,900 billion. I don't even know what that number means. Now, more and more research is showing a powerful connection between our overall health and the health and balance of the gut bacteria, or the gut bacteria in our gut. Poor gut health can impact digestion, your immune system, metabolism, cause you to gain weight, and even affect your mental well-being. This brings us to a brief discussion about probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. Probiotics are live microorganisms found in some foods and are considered good bacteria, like the ones in your gut. They've been shown to help boost the immune system and improve gastrointestinal health. You can find them in foods like yogurt, aged cheese, and fermented foods. Prebiotics are considered food for probiotics and are believed to boost the amount of good and helpful bacteria in your gut. They can be found in bananas, apples, onions, garlic, asparagus, artichokes, soybeans, potatoes, almonds, and many others. Postbiotics are beneficial compounds produced by probiotics. Postbiotics have been shown to have various health benefits such as promoting weight loss, repairing the gut lining, supporting your immune system, lowering cholesterol, and even improving brain function. Good food sources to help boost postbiotics include yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, buttermilk, and fermented foods in general. More and more research is showing that a diet high in probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics may support gut health and generally improve overall health. So back to embarrassing gut issues. I had IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome, for 20 years, which basically means uncomfortable, unpredictable diarrhea. And in my case, it was often 5 and 6 times a day or more. I was miserable, and I can definitely relate to adjusting daily activities because of embarrassing bowel issues and not wanting to talk to anyone about it. Thank goodness I was able to heal from it and haven't had any issues for several years. That said, whenever I hear anything about improving gut health, I like to pay attention. And this brings us to Gundry MD, the sponsor of today's video. They reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to sponsor one of your videos. Would you be willing to try one of our products and talk about your experience? And the product they had in mind is this one right here, BioComplete 3. So BioComplete 3 is their 3-in-1 probiotic, prebiotic, postbiotic supplement. I took a closer look at it on their website and it looked pretty interesting. What I found very refreshing was that they said, we'd love it if you would include both pros and cons of the product based on your personal experience. I thought, awesome. That's the kind of video I like to do. I mean, a lot of the videos that I do on this channel are kind of along those lines anyways. So they sent this to me, and I've been taking it every day now for a little over 30 days. And since they wanted me to talk about both the pros and the cons, let's start with the cons. Number one, the words on this label are just way too small. I can't see them. Even with my glasses, my eyes are terrible anyways, but even with my glasses, I cannot read the words. I had to take a picture with my phone and blow it up just to see it. So the words are too small, and that's annoying. That's the first con. Make the words bigger. Number two, if you look at the ingredients, you're gonna see a small amount of maltodextrin. I'm guessing it's probably used for a preservative, and I don't think that's a big deal, but you know, some people might. I did a little bit of research and I realized that it's actually in there because it's food for the probiotics, so it's probably not going to affect us at all. But if you're worried about maltodextrin, you need to know that there's maltodextrin in this. Number three, now we're getting into my experience. When I first started taking this, I immediately noticed some weird stomach issues, and mainly bloating, a small amount of constipation, but again, it was mostly bloating, and it was uncomfortable. And I thought, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this, but I decided, hey, you know what? When you change things, especially when you're changing things with your diet, your gut takes a little bit of time often to adapt to that. So I figured, well, I'll just keep trying it and see what happens. So initially there was some weird gut issues. Number four, the pills are a little bit on the larger side. They're not gigantic horse pills, but they're not that small either. And if you are someone that has problems swallowing pills, this one is a little bit on the larger side. So just keep that in mind. Number five, on the label, it lists ingredients and amounts in milligrams, not in billions of CFU, colony forming units. That's different from what most people say about shopping for this type of supplement, and it can be confusing. I'm still trying to figure out how that translates. Billions of CFU or milligrams, I don't know how much probiotics are in here, and that can be a con. Okay, so let's talk about the pros. Number one, it comes in a pill, and it's easy to take. Despite the pills being on the larger side, pills are much more convenient than a powder. So this being a pill is both a con and a pro in my mind for those reasons. Number two, it comes from a trusted brand. Dr. Gundry has been around for many, many years and has a good reputation. But I will have to say that for the longest time, I really wasn't sure what to make of him. He's a little bit quirky and, maybe a little unconventional. But then I decided, a few years ago, I decided to read one of his books, and it was really good. Now I've read many of his books, and I believe his information is solid and based on good science. Based on that, I feel very comfortable with his products. Number three, after about a week and a half, all of the stomach issues I talked about earlier, they went away. And it changed to smooth, regular, well-formed poops. Bowel movements were much better, which is basically what we want. I believe if someone is struggling from, let's say, IBS, for example, or other bowel issues, this could be a really good product to try. And I'm saying that from my own experience. Number four, I noticed that my appetite decreased slightly. I had no idea that that would be a thing, but it was. So if you're looking for just a little bit of extra help in your weight loss goals, this actually might be a pretty good option. Number five. Now this one was totally unexpected, and that is I noticed a slight increase in energy. This confused me a little bit, and I wasn't sure what to think. In fact, I even asked myself, wait a minute, did I have some caffeine today? Nope, not the caffeine, because I've been off of caffeine for several months now. Then I realized, oh, maybe it's a supplement. I had to look it up. And sure enough, I found evidence that taking probiotics can actually improve energy levels because it can help with digestion. Now, number six is this. They have a 90-day money-back guarantee, and that is really strong. You almost never see that from any supplement company. Now, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I was going to share with you a possible solution for embarrassing gut issues, and we've just talked about two. Number one, get more foods containing probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics in your diet. And number two, no pun intended, try a supplement like BioComplete 3. Or better yet, combine both. More gut-supporting foods and a gut-supporting supplement. If you want to try BioComplete 3 by Gundry MD, I have a link for you down below and you can save 20%.